What new musical sound achieved wide popularity in the 1920s? Jazz. What helped jazz spread from the South to the North? The Great Migration. What is jazz? A combination of rhythm from West Africa and the Caribbean. What was the famous jazz trumpet player also known as satchmo? Louis Armstrong. Who was the famous jazz piano player and band leader? Duke Ellington. Who was the famous female jazz and blues singer of the 1920s? Bessie Smith. Who were two famous wood composers who embraced jazz and wrote many popular jazz compositions? Aaron Copeland and George Gershwin. What is expatriate? People who leave their own country to live abroad. What was the name of the masterpiece written by F. Scott Fitzgerald? The Great Gatsby. What novel did Sinclair Lewis write? Babbit. Who was Harlem's most famous writer? Langston Hugues. What did Langston write about? He wrote about racial pride. Who was James Weldon Johnson? A Harlem writer. What newspaper did he write for? The New York Age. What organization was he an organizer for? NAACP. Who was Zora Neal Huston? Anthropologist. What was the novel was most remembered for? Their eyes were watching God. Who wrote The Grapes of Wrath? John Steinbeck. What were other ways people saved food? By having wheatless Mondays and meatless Tuesdays. What was President Wilson's plan for peace called? 14 points. Why did President Wilson want to eliminate secret international agreements? He wanted to get rid of what caused the war. What is self-determination? It is the right of a group to decide its own form of government. President Wilson wanted peace without victory. What did the European allies want? Germany would be threatened by its neighbors again. What was the name of the treaty that ended World War I? The Treaty of Versailles. What conditions did the treaty place on Germany? It took away its territories and colonies. Germany had to pay Allies huge reparations. Why did non-Europeans feel betrayed by the peace settlement? The people of Europe can have self-determination, but anyone outside of Europe couldn't. What did President Wilson tell the Congress was the destiny of the United States? To lead the United States on a new path. What was the job of the War Industries Board? They told industries what to produce, how much to charge, and how to use scarce resources. What are war bonds? It is a small loan to the government to finance the war. What is propaganda? It is the spread of information designed to win support for a cause. What two laws were passed to suppress of the government during wartime? The Espionage Act of 1917 and the Sedition Act of 1918. Why did African Americans migrate from South to the Midwest and Northeast? The opportunity to earn money and to escape segregation.